eternal optimist. Like, I always have been. That Beatles song, no, John Lennon's song, Imagine, right? I'm not the only one who's a dreamer, and people have been dreaming for a long time. Right now, today, on the day where Venus, the morning star, returns to the night sky, and it follows this mythical descent of Inanna into the underworld and her return journey, I'm feeling like I am dreaming so hard. And I'm witnessing today, in Canada especially, but all over the world, these people that are feeling that energy, feeling that united energy with the freedom convoys and everything that are happening. And I'm also feeling the incredible polarity from other people that don't agree. And this polarization has been getting stronger and deeper and bigger and vaster for a long time, right? Many years. And it seems like these 2 points are so far apart that they can't even really see each other's point of view. And it's just like words that go like, they can't hear each other. The frequency is so different. Most people are just speaking over each other and the points get missed. All of it gets lost. I am someone who tends to zoom way out, sometimes too far, right? I don't always come in to really feel the human details. I love to zoom out to the galactic parts, to my highest self, and see all of it. I love that because it helps me stay quite neutral in all situations, right? Is it good or bad? Who knows? And also, the polarity today is driving me freaking bananas. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy that people are talking through each other, past each other, and that there just feels like there is this inability for people to see and feel the other person's, the other side's point of view with compassion, right? There's just this push against energy. There's all of this fight against energy. And sometimes that is required for new things to grow. But what I want to share is that what I want to see personally, like if I was queen of the world and queen of the universe, I'm not seeing being presented anywhere by any party. All my heart and soul wants is to shout from the rooftops that like, we're never going to get anywhere like this. Why can't we start thinking of win-win scenarios for everyone? Like win-win. Why does it have to be either or? This zero-sum game bullcrap where if there's somebody who wins, who gets something, there's going to be less for other people, right? If we focus on one cause, then the other ones are going to be left behind. And I am an all the awesome kind of person. I'm going to tell you a story about that in a moment that goes beyond this life and into the council between Earth lives that I've been to and that I've talked to. But what I want to see is solutions, real solutions for everyone's pain and suffering right now. There are people that want to remove every single mandate and restriction. There are also people who are working in the healthcare system, or in Canada at least, but probably over the world, or who will be affected by the healthcare system that would be so negatively effective if, just literally everything opens wide back up again immediately, right? It just feels like, why aren't we working on solutions for all of it? Why aren't we funneling, like pumping money, because money's just made up, into the healthcare systems? Instead, what I've witnessed is, basically governments, in some places supporting them, and where I live, really crumbling it even further with their choices, with the decisions that they have made, with policies. And I can't judge any of it as good or bad. I don't know enough, but what I am saying is I'm seeing zero-sum game instead of win-win scenarios being presented by all parties, right? I feel like a mom looking at kids fighting and going, oh, why can't you just get along for a minute? Like, that's where I'm at today. Why can't we find the compromises? And maybe we are too far apart in terms of frequency at this current moment to be able to hear it, see it. But I don't think everyone is. And I would love for us to stay out of the politics right now and talk about the dreams we have for humanity, right? What do we want to see? For me, I don't want to see this dichotomy between like health and freedom between some people versus other people. I want us all to freaking win. I want us all to feel supported. I want there to be clean water on all the reserves and in like in all the cities of the planet. I want everybody to have enough food. I want people to feel safe in their bodies, safe to be who they are, safe to express themselves. I want people to have access, timely access to medical care that they require. I want people to have access to the emotional and physical and spiritual supports. I want people to feel like they can have the connection that they need. And I am certainly not saying that I have all the answers to all of those things. I'm just sharing my desires and dreaming, and I would love to hear if you're sharing any of these dreams with me right now, right? I want to see all of the awesome. And I have this faith that we are headed there, and that what we are witnessing right now is the collapse and deconstruction of a whole bunch of systems that need to collapse in order for us to build something new out of those ashes, out of all the shit. We're gonna alchemically transform it into manure so that we can grow what it is that we are ready for, okay? I want all of the awesome. I want it for me, for you, for all of the world. Like, I want it so bad that I can taste it right now. That my heart is feeling incredibly expansive when I dream into it, and a little bit frustrated that it's not here right now, but very hopeful that we are capable of co-creating it. I believe in us. I believe in humanity. I believe in all of the people who came here to make a difference. And I do believe in our, not only just our potential, but our capacity for creation and for change and for actually doing it in a way that doesn't have to tear other people down or leave them out. I believe in this, and I know that is part of my design. So about maybe 8 or 9 years ago, maybe more, I went to Sedona on a soul kind of adventure. I love going there and filling myself up and just spending time with me. And I went and did a life between lives hypnotherapy regression. And this kind of like a past life regression, you do that first, but then you jump into the realm between lives. And while I was there, I connected with my council of advisors. And when I saw them, it was like being greeted by old friends. Like, they were getting up and they're like, hey, how's it going? Getting high fives and hugs, which was amazing because oftentimes people see these councils and they're like terrified of them, right? They're just like, oh my God, I'm gonna be judged. No, this was this homecoming energy. And the council was wearing these necklaces with a medallion that had a symbol on it. And the symbol was just all of these exclamation marks. And I looked at that and I intuitively knew that it meant all the awesome. All the awesome. And that felt like a relief to me because I have always loved all of the things, and it's been just difficult to, let's say, niche down, follow one passion. There was never any one thing that I could do because I'm good at a lot of things. I have a lot of passion about a lot of things, and I could go in so many directions. And so as I was, moving through life and going, what am I going to create? What am I going to do? It felt like there was this infinite possibility spread in front of me, and that I could wind up doing a lot, maybe more than a lot of people. A lot of people have a more defined and narrow path, something that they're on, in one particular life that they're focused on learning and growing. And so seeing that all of the awesome exclamation mark medallion on their necklaces made me feel like it's okay, that I love doing all the things, that I was perhaps just somebody who was supposed to have a diverse set of interests and business ventures and all of those things. And now 10 years later, as I look back, I go, wow, actually every weird, almost like side quest detour that I did that seemed almost unrelated to the past, that path was perfect, exactly what I needed to be able to be where I am now, right? Everything was divinely orchestrated on my evolutionary pathway to be able to experience everything that I needed, get all the lessons, to be able to do what I'm doing right now. And right now, I know that my role is not to be out on front lines, protesting. None of that feels aligned for me right now. I absolutely support people's right to peacefully protest, to demonstrate, to share their voice. And also, I know that I'm someone that's here to anchor in the light, to anchor in the possibilities, and to take the ideas, all of the mental realm, all of that, and to funnel it down in and through and literally pull it through my body and send it into the earth, and then bring it back up through and into me and express it out with my words, with my actions, with the way that I move and the way that I dance, right? There are so many different ways that we are here to shift and change the consciousness of this planet and the experience of everyone on this planet. And you might have a different role, right? You might be here to bust down systems. You might be here to just hold energy, to literally hold it in your body and radiate it out and share codes of possibility with people. You might be here to innovate and create the new technologies, the new systems, the new ways of being that are going to shift and change everything. You might be here to raise the tiny humans that are going to do some magical stuff with this planet. The key to being able to tap into and create all of this awesome that I know I'm not the only one dreaming of right now, right? Is for you to get clear with you and to do your own work, healing work, transformation, alchemy, whatever that means, right? If it's healing the generational traumas, healing the childhood wounding, healing the belief systems and programs that have been inserted into us that really weren't chosen by us, that are the defaults, all of that stuff, so that you could get enough clarity to be able to hear your heart, to be able to connect with your intuition and connect with your cosmic trajectory and connect with all that you are and that you're bringing through. And then all you have to do is bring through your piece of the puzzle, right? We don't have to do it alone. That's the beautiful part. When I am looking at everything that's going on in the world right now, there is a very small part of me that can get overwhelmed and go, wow, there's so much that we have to fix and change and work on. There is so much. And also it's already happening. It's already in motion and we don't have to do it alone. And also, wouldn't it be nice if we stopped freaking fighting with each other like silly siblings are fighting as we're getting it done. We're not quite there yet. We're not ready. Everyone's not ready to put down the fight. I am not a fighter. I'm a space holder. And I do not want to introduce any fight against energy, any force into this world at this time, right? It is not my path right now. Because when there is force, there's going to be counter force. There's going to be push, pull, fighting energy. There is an opportunity for all of us to follow what our path is. If your path is to be out there and fight right now because we're not done with the push-pull energy and it still has to play out, I accept that. I honor that. And for me, I am here, just like a few people who are watching right now live. We're here to anchor in the possibility. We're here to feel the future possible timelines and pick the ones that are our highest hopes and dreams and bring it in to our bodies and feel it so completely and fully that there's no doubt. There's no doubt, and then we can hold that in our fields. And then we use our words and our actions to ripple this energy out, this energy of possibility, of where we're headed, because not everybody can see that and feel that, but more and more of us can, right? Can feel into the future that we are creating. We can bring it into this now. And we can do that even more powerfully by speaking it out loud, by writing it down. Our words are one of our most powerful creation tools, right? It begins with the idea, and then we bring it in and through and physicalize it by speaking it, like literally casting spells, setting intention, right? Creating with our sound vibrations and writing it down, right? There's a reason why in every spiritual text there is basically some kind of, and in the beginning there was the word, right? There was frequencies that are spoken into our reality that are creative in their essence when we speak. So I want you to speak into what you want, not what you don't want. Speak about what you want. Tell me in the comments, what do you want to see in the world? What do you dream of? When we speak it, when we write it down, those frequencies are anchored into this now. And just saying the words is not all. We have to then embody the frequencies and be it. If you want to see peace in the world, then don't be going out and fighting everybody, okay? You get to be that peace and let it ripple out and be an example of that, right? You can choose what you're focusing on. Not everybody is supposed to focus on all of the awesome at all of the times. I can't focus on everything at once. Right now, the things that are really important to me are clean water and actually planting trees, because that is one of the most profound things we can do for the climate crisis and for the messed up weather, right? And for the earth herself. So those are things that I'm really highly focused on, as well as empowering my child and the kids around her to know that they can be in charge of their feelings, they can heal as they feel their feelings, and they can create their reality. And then I'm also focused on supporting entrepreneurs, soulpreneurs, beautiful women who are wanting to create change and healing and ripple that energy out into the world, okay? And empower them to have money. This is one of my favorite things that I'm really focused on right now, to build businesses that have the wealth and the prosperity and the money to actually be able to affect huge change. I am so passionate about this because those things that I want to see, those like the eradication of poverty, getting clean water, like healing the environment, making sure people feel safe, making sure everybody has what they need. You know what's going to change that faster than anything is putting wealth into the hands of soul-aligned, spiritually driven beautiful women especially, and men too, but women, because, and non-binary people, but not the people who've had money in the past, the traditional people. Because, I mean, what's it happened with it? A lot of war, right? A lot of things that have not been healthy for the earth or for her people in it. But spiritually aligned, soul-led, heart-centered beings who are aligned with the infinite possibilities and who want to see everybody succeed in that win-win instead of the zero-sum game, who know that we can rise better together. I want them to be wealthy, to have money, to have the freedom and the time and not be in survival, and to be able to shift into this abundance consciousness and literally have the money to back the projects for the clean water, for, you know, the eradication of homelessness and hunger and all of these things, right? We can't wait for the governments to do it. We cannot wait for the powers to be, to do the right thing, because they have proven that their priorities are not effective, let's say, in a very neutral way. The bureaucracy makes it very difficult, and the corruption too, right? So if we want to see all of these dreams anchored into this reality, we have to take it from the dream realm and believe that it is possible and write it down and speak it out and say what we want to see. Focus on what we want, and then take those aligned action steps, especially the ones that are heart guided, soul led, intuitively guided, that are for you. You don't do what anybody else is doing. Don't worry about them. Everybody's got their own mission, their own piece of the puzzle. You do the things that are soul aligned for you. You focus on the projects that are important to you. You create what you're here to create, and believe that you can, and believe that you can also create the abundance and prosperity that is for you as well, so that you can have the money to make the impact, because money is energy right now, right? Money is how we're able to create these impacts, to fund the projects, to do all of that. And I know we're on our way. We're on our way. It's happening. I just want you to tell me in the comments, what are you dreaming into? What do you want to see? I don't want to hear what you don't want to see. And if you're not sure, think about what you don't want to see, what you're sick of, what you don't want to see anymore, and go, what's the opposite of that? And then focus your attention on that thing that you want more of. Speak it, write its name, listen to your heart. What is one thing that I could do today to support me in being more of that, so that I can ripple it out into the world? And what is one action step that I could take from that aligned place of beingness to create more of this in the world? What would happen if we all did that? What do you think would happen if every single human on the planet sat with themselves and said, what is the dream that I want to see, according to not my ego self, but like that highest self, cosmic trajectory? What am I here to anchor in for humanity? And then they said, okay, what's my next step? And they did that thing. And they did it over and over and over again. Like chills imagining this. I'm really passionate about supporting people to learn how to do that process, because it is what's available to change the world, right? And we are available to do it, but we have to do it for us, right? And then ripple it out. So, so many dreams and also visions of the future. It's so beautiful, beyond what we can even conceive of. It's so shiny, especially when we're looking a few years, 10 years out. Oh my gosh, this world is going to be a different place. We are going to get through this. I promise. But nobody's going to come and do it for us. We, the ones, you and me, the ones that are having this conversation right now, we came here to do that together. You don't have to lift the whole load. And there's legions of support, okay? We are not alone. We have so many etheric allies. The earth herself is with us, on it, here for us. She's already there. She already knows where we're headed. She's holding space for us as we catch up, okay? So just as I'm finishing up, since I managed to speak into that I am really passionate about making sure that spiritually aligned, soul-driven, heart-centered women can have the kind of money that and freedom and energy to have the impact that they desire, because that is going to change the world. I am doing a free masterclass. February 11th is the beginning. It's called Elemental Prosperity. There's going to be a lot of activations, connections with Gaia, with the earth, and with the new earth abundance codes that are already available. Okay? They're here. It's going to be interesting because I'm not fully sure what she's going to bring through, but I am so honored to be a portal for these codes to come through. There's going to be activations. There's going to be personal experiences with the prosperity codes that we need for our personal, professional, and purposeful prosperity and abundance and energy and all of that are going to be activated. So I'm going to drop the link to that if you feel like you're a dreamer too, and you are ready to call in that next level of abundance, of alignment, of wholeness, so you can hold it all, everything that's happening now for you in your life and for the world itself, and still dream the dreams, and then take what is for us to actually create something new, right? For us, for the world, for the kids, for all the birds and the bees and the rocks and the trees and all of it, okay? So I cannot wait to dive into this in just shy of 2 weeks. So like I said, I'm going to drop that, but please tell me in the comments, what are you dreaming of? What do you want to see, right? We can put the group field into that and start to plant those seeds. I love you. Beautiful. You are a visionary change creator. Just being here, right? If you were able to listen to me right now, you are able to anchor in some really beautiful stuff for this planet. And so, thank you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful rest of your evening.